Conspiracies to abduct or assassinate the president were constantly being rumored. At first he contended that if anyone wanted to murder him, no precaution would avail. Finally, although he was always more or less of this opinion, the president gave way to the anxieties of those near to him. He consented to the daily guard of police officers, and on longer journeys, to a cavalry guard. There were many reasons why this fact was not known at the time and has not been generally understood since. In the first place, the president's bravery, rashness some called it, was so universally recognized, he had refused for so long to take any precautions, that people were not looking for him to change. In the second place, both from his own feelings and as a matter of policy, he did not want it blazoned over the country that it had been found necessary to guard the life of the President of the United States from assassination. It was not wise, especially at this critical time, to admit so great a lack of confidence in the people. He was sensitive about it, too. It hurt him to admit it. But realizing that he had been chosen to save the country from threatened destruction, he forced himself, during the last months of his life, to be somewhat more cautious. When he had yielded, however, because of all these reasons, he wished as little show as possible of precaution. We wore citizens' clothes. There was no mention of the appointment in the papers or in the official records. We walked with him, not behind him. The president was simple in his manners. He was in the habit of talking freely with anyone who wished to speak to him. So it happened that a passerby had no way of knowing that the man in plain clothes who walked by Mr. Lincoln's side was any other than a casual friend, office-seeker, petitioner, advisor, who helped to fill up every minute of the president's waking time. I was very much surprised when the order came to report to the president for duty, and naturally elated. It was one Monday morning. I had never been inside the White House. I had seen Mr. Lincoln and regarded him vaguely as a great man, but had never spoken to him. The first few days I was getting my bearings and accustoming myself to the new duties. On the 9th, I was put on night duty, covering the first part of the night. And so it happened that I was on guard at the first evening reception of the year on the 9th of January. I knew the White House very well by this time, that is, the state apartments of the first floor and the president's office in the southeast corner upstairs. The spectacle awed me at first. I had never seen anything like it before. The reception, or levee, as the name was then, was crowded.